without neglecting his guard to neutralize Iron Mike's severe offensive.
Throwing a big punch, he stumbled after the punch.
हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल एसकेसी रिएक्ट्स। आज की हम वीडियो में देखेंगे माइक टाइसन का वो मशहूर मुक्का जिसने पूरी दुनिया को हिलाकर रख दिया था। ये लड़ाई वाकई दिल दहलाने वाली लड़ाई थी। तो आइए देखते हैं इस वीडियो पर और रद्द-ए-अमल अपना ज़ाहिर करते हैं।
Opening the 90s with great force, Mike Tyson and Donovan Ruddock were not just the protagonists of a fight, but of a war that would unfold in two battles in the ring and a parallel one to determine who was the #1 contender in the discipline. Highlighting the best and worst moments of each, our invitation is for you to stay until the end of the video and join us on this journey filled with deadly left hooks, controversial low blows, and much excitement even after the bell signaling the end of the contest.
Mike Tyson.
The extensive battle between Mike Tyson and Donovan Ruddock would begin on March 18, 1991, with the Mirage Hotel and Casino Ring in Las Vegas as the battlefield. The fight would be supervised by the critical eyes of judges Jerry Roth, Chuck Jampa, and Dave Moretti, and controlled by the wisdom of referee Richard Steele. Tyson would enter the scene as the #1 heavyweight contender in the World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, and International Boxing Federation. There was great anticipation for the fight simply because Donovan Ruddock was the next in line. Ruddock's professional record at 27 years old was 25 victories, 18 by knockout, 1 defeat, and 0 draws. Tyson, at only 24, had 39 victories, 35 by knockout, and 1 defeat. As the bell rang, the first round began, and Tyson leaped from his corner with the characteristic aggressive fighting style that made him nearly unstoppable at that time. With his body already absorbing powerful combinations of punches, Ruddock sought to land effective counterattacks without neglecting his guard to neutralize Iron Mike's severe offensive.
Throwing a big punch, he stumbled after the punch. It's done something. It stopped Iron Mike.
An associate minister lets them know. Doesn't seem to care. A hard sliding punch by Tyson.
Ruddock would go down early in the second round after receiving a powerful left hook that temporarily weakened his legs.
Defended by Ruddock.
Despite surpassing the safety count, he demonstrated that he had much more to offer before being declared defeated.
It didn't even get to a warning, but that's the kind of stuff that's going to cost him if the fight continues. Steele will have.
Showing that the previous round was no fluke, Tyson would knock down Ruddock once again during the third round. After engaging in close combat with his rival for most of the episode, with less than 10 seconds remaining, another powerful left hook would send Ruddock to the canvas.
He just doesn't quite get this.
The audience couldn't believe what was happening, and it was evident on Ruddock's face that he, too, didn't fully comprehend the situation. Showing readiness to continue at the count of 8, the bell allowed him to return to his corner and rethink his strategy before Tyson proved that the third time is the charm. Despite staying on his feet, the fourth and fifth rounds wouldn't necessarily be Ruddock's resurgence. Tyson, seemingly punishing him mercilessly like a medieval executioner, applied enough pressure for his opponent to break at any moment.
He's got to get his fire going again. Steele, warning. Oh!
Tyson's promoter, Don King.
Or is honest.
Mike Tyson
Despite actively seeking to inflict some damage with his counterattacks, Ruddock had trouble landing a significant blow on Iron Mike's body, who appeared to be very close to achieving his goal, victory. Tyson opened the sixth round by pushing Ruddock back against the ropes, a move that would be repeated more than once within the time limit marked by the bell. Throwing punches with decreasing certainty, Ruddock began to resemble a punching bag for a fighter who didn't mind breaking his soul with punches, if necessary, to secure a knockout victory.
Who continues to stay on his feet. He's been knocked out 23. Domination by Mike.
Ending his ordeal in the seventh round, Tyson finally positioned Ruddock against the ropes to deliver the most deadly combination of punches he had received in his entire professional career. After moving toward the center of the ring, it seemed that Iron Mike's attacks had ceased until a second flurry of punches made Donovan Ruddock dance like a puppet, colliding with the ropes. At which point Richard Steele knew he had given his all and was not in a condition to continue.
Applies the pressure. He's got him where he wants him now. He's just in.
Tyson has Ruddock on the rope.
Mike Tyson defeated Donovan Ruddock by technical knockout at 2 minutes and 22 seconds of the 7th round. Far from being the end of the war, it would be only one of the 2 battles that both fighters would engage in to determine who was the ultimate champion. In parallel, while the fighters shared a friendly embrace, their corners decided to start their own battle, creating a true chaos in the boxing ring. Having to separate the contenders, fearing they might get involved in the riot, one of the most unsportsmanlike scenarios in the history of the sport unfolded. Far from accepting defeat by the great Mike Tyson, Ruddock would do everything possible to have a second chance, leading them back to where it all began, the ring at the Mirage Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas on June 28, 1991. Chuck Champa would also be reprising his role as a judge, joined by Dalby Shirley and Art Lurie. This time, it would be referee Mills Lane's task to ensure the fight took place as cleanly as possible. Adding a victory to the previously mentioned record, Tyson once again presented himself as the #1 contender in the World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, and International Boxing Federation. Ruddock, who would add a loss to his record, remained the next in line. However, he maintained hope that this time he would succeed in overcoming Iron Mike. After the bell rang, the first round of one of the most anticipated rematches for the general public began. From the very beginning, Tyson adopted his explosive fighting style, making it clear to Ruddock that he had to approach him with a different offensive if he didn't want to achieve the same result. As if it were deja vu, Ruddock would go down in the second round after receiving a powerful right hook. Getting up immediately, he only allowed Iron Mike, who seemed out of control, to continue punishing him without showing any mercy. Ruddock would taste the canvas once again during the 4th round. It was a bold left hook that made him fall backward, rising at the count of 8 to demonstrate his ability to continue the fight. From this point on, the fight stabilized, with occasional attacks from Ruddock trying to cause enough damage to slow down or deteriorate the cruel offensive Tyson maintained in each completed round. Closing the 8th episode, Mills Lane deducted a point from Ruddock after knowingly he hit Tyson after the bell rang. His chances of winning the fight were becoming slim, and his decision to disrespect the time limits only demonstrated the helplessness he felt in being dominated a second time by the Iron Mike Beast.
Again, action after the bell. Both these guys.
Tyson, not being the cleanest fighter in the contest, also suffered a point deduction imposed by Lane after, during the 9th and 10th rounds, he allowed controversial low blows to land on his opponent. With both pugilists giving their best, this time, the level of forces remained sufficiently balanced to allow them to reach the end of the originally agreed upon 12 rounds. After the bell signaling the end of the contest, the decision of who would be awarded the victory would depend on each judge's perspective regarding who set the pace of the fight and who submitted to it. When the announcer took center ring, the moods were truly heated. Leaving just enough intrigue to generate more excitement, he soon announced that the result was a unanimous decision in favor of Mike Tyson. Like 2 gentlemen, both fighters shook hands, shared a hug, and exchanged a few words, putting an end to a rivalry that extended for months, even though Donovan Ruddock couldn't remove the thorn of joining the few who defeated the great Iron Mike. 2 battles with similar outcomes but different endings, demonstrating the art of knowing how to lose beyond knowing how to win. If you've made it this far, we can only thank you for joining us in reliving 2 of the most significant encounters in the journey of Mike Tyson and Donovan Ruddock in the discipline. If you enjoyed our story, remember that there's no better way to let us know than by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel, activating the notification bell so that YouTube informs you when we upload a new video. Now that you know the judge's decision in the rematch, do you agree, or do you think Ruddock fought well enough to have at least lost by a split decision?
इसमें कोई शक नहीं है कि जो माइक टायसन है वो एक बड़ा ही अच्छा बॉक्सर है, तभी इसको दुनिया मानती है, पूरी दुनिया मानती है इसको। क्या ही स्पीड से ये लड़ रहा था, और मैं ये समझता हूँ कि जो इसकी एनर्जी थी पंच करने की वो काफ़ी ज़बरदस्त थी और काफ़ी फास्ट तरीके से ये पंच कर रहा था। और वाकई में ये बहुत ही खौफनाक था। माइक टायसन वाकई एक ख़तरनाक बॉक्सर भी है। अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आई है तो लाइक और कमेंट सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करें। देखने का शुक्रिया। हम और आप मिलेंगे किसी और वीडियो में, तब तक अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।